Now to Jerusalem, where clashes have broken out at the funeral of a prominent Palestinian-American journalist. Israel had tightened security ahead of the service for Shireen Abu Akleh, expecting thousands of mourners to attend. The Al Jazeera reporter was killed during an Israeli army raid on the Jenin refugee camp in the occupied West Bank. Al Jazeera says Israeli forces shot the reporter. The Israeli army says an interim investigation couldn't determine who fired the fatal bullet. We can join our correspondent Tanya Kremer, who is near the cemetery in Jerusalem, where Shireen Abu Akleh's funeral is taking place. Welcome. Just tell us what's going on there.
Yeah, we saw a very moving procession actually here. Hundreds, if not thousands of people here from East Jerusalem mainly paying their respect to Shireen Abu Akleh, taking her from the church, then here just right behind me, outside the city walls, the old city walls, to the cemetery where she's laid to rest alongside her parents. That came after a very disturbing beginning of the funeral procession at the hospital when pallbearers actually dropped the coffin for a moment. When police stormed in there were some clashes in East Jerusalem at the hospital there. There's still a lot of police presence here. The streets are mainly, closed off around the area. But I have to say, a lot of people came out today to pay their respects for a very well-known, very loved and very most experienced journalists here from the region, not just locally. She worked for Al Jazeera Arabic. She was the face of Al Jazeera Arabic for over 20 years, reporting here on the conflict, but also on the impact of this conflict on people here. You could always find her where things were happening in the field. So people really, it was important to them to come out here because yesterday there was another official memorial service in Ramallah at the Muqata, at the presidential residence there to say goodbye to Shireen Abu Akleh.
And how close are we to knowing how Shireen Abu Akleh met her death?
Well, investigations are ongoing. That's what we are being told. The autopsy was performed on Wednesday evening by the Palestinian Authority. The coroner said there that it's inconclusive. They retrieved a bullet. She was shot in the head. We also received today the initial findings of an initial investigation by the Israeli army. They also said that it's not possible at this stage to determine the source of the gunfire which killed our colleague Shireen Abu Akleh. They said there were two possibilities they're looking at, that she was hit by Palestinian gunfire. They maintain that there was a crossfire in the area, or that that there was fire from the side of the Israeli side. But they said this is all not conclusive. This is yet to be investigated. There's a lot of pressure, I have to say, also from the international community, also from the US administration, to get to the bottom of that, what happened there.
Thank you for that to Tanya Kremer in Jerusalem.